I quit.
We're recording already, dude.
Or like if it like shuts off or deletes or I don't know.
If it just
Yeah.
the memory has like no
That's
memory.
my last straw. That's my last straw.
All right.
All right.
Welcome back to the You Plus Coffee podcast. We're back
We are back.
again.
Yep.
Take two.
Take two. 'Cause
Yeah, we had
last
some
one.
technical difficulties on the last one.
Yeah.
We had a whole podcast recorded. It was funny, authentic conversations.
It really was. We had some really good moments in there.
And then the enemy was like, nope, out of storage. So we had to go to Best Buy and
Buy
buy
a
a
new
camera. Which, to be honest, Adrian and I have been we've been putting this off for like a year.
Yeah.
So it was just
Give or
like,
take.
okay, we got to do this. But anyway, we are back.
Yes.
If you are joining us for the first time, my name is Jocelynne.
My name is Adrian.
This is my husband.
That's my wife.
And we have a guest.
We have like 3 new guests today.
Over here.
We do have three
We
new
literally
guests.
have 3
Special
new guests.
We have
Veronica. And I'm 28 years old.
We have Sadie and we have Hulk. You guys have heard of Hulk before if you've been with us from the beginning.
Yep.
You've just never seen him on camera because in Wisconsin, he was all over the place.
Yeah, we tried once and then we're like, yeah, we can't do this.
Yeah,
And then
did we
didn't
end
do
up creating him?
it. Nah.
He was just out. Oh, he was on the other couch because we had 2 couches.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're back. We're in a new state. Well, not a new state.
We're at our old stomping grounds.
We're kind of because Riverside's not really.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah. So
So you were sharing a bit of your testimony of how you came back here. So why don't you guys
yes, we'll
take off on that?
start over. So we had put the podcast on a hiatus for a little bit. Well, originally it was only supposed to be a month break. And we went to Mexico. So we just decided to take the month of July off and regroup coming back.
Yep.
And then
Because 8 episodes was just so much.
it was just
work.
so
It
much.
was so stressful. My
Well,
goodness.
to be fair,
I'm totally kidding.
I was the one editing. So I was recording, editing, making all the reels. And I just hit this point where, like, I think one day we were supposed to record. And
Yeah.
I just had so much anxiety. I was like, I can't film today. Like, I can't do it. So we decided to take a month off, go on our vacation, come back, talk about our vacation. And then that's when we decided to move back
Yeah.
to California.
Yep.
There was one day where I was just craving Ari's. And
If you know, you know.
yeah, it's this little place in Montebello. And I looked at Adrian and I was like, I want to come home. And he's like, don't play with me.
Yeah, no. Don't play with my emotions right now.
Yeah. And so the testimony is that there had been many a times where we tried coming back and the Lord kept closing doors. And then that particular time, like, everything just lined up. My mom moved out of the house because she got married, so there was an extra room, and we called her and she said yes. We were supposed to move back in November of 2025, but then my old job gave me my job back. And they're like, can you start in September? And I was like, yeah. So we packed our bags, moved. My sister ended up moving out. We had a roommate. So because of the roommate, we couldn't record. We didn't have any privacy. Then she left. And we just kind of not made excuses for coming back on the pod, but just logistically, it didn't make sense. I had been wanting to record for a long time.
I did too. But my thing was, it's like we didn't have the dedicated space for it, where in my mind I wanted to do the guest room and kind of build out the studio and have that be the podcast. And then I mean, it's still a work in progress, it's gonna happen, but I think like I didn't want to go back and forth, if that made sense. Like I kind of wanted the viewers to be like
consistency.
exactly,
Which in my head I was like, as I don't necessarily think we need to upload. We just need to create.
Right.
And have batches. And so it just wasn't happening. And then Vero and I reconnected. And she came over one day and was like, I think Adrian said, this could be a podcast episode. And we were like, yeah. So we
But we're
like,
just laughing, having fun, and just
We're having a good conversation,
Yeah.
and I was just like, wow, like this would be such a good like conversation for a podcast.
yeah. And then after some gentle nudging and praying, here we are
doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it's like things after things, but it's fine. It's fine. It gives us a new
There's a
opportunity to share.
perfect timing for everything, and I feel like the Lord gives you a little push or a spark to like, now it's your time to start doing it. And,
Yes.
That's fair.
And I was the one.
Okay.
The special guest.
Yes.
Bro, Veronica over here asking for 5%. Like, brother.
Hey.
We left Best Buy and Adrian was like, you're going to start paying us $5 per episode.
For real.
But, I completely forgot. We are drinking coffees.
Oh, yes.
The first round we were drinking horchata cold brew. This time I was like, I'm just doing cold brew with cold foam. But we do have our coffees in hand. So,
Yes.
Round two.
So, Adrian, what was your point of view of Jocelynne saying, hey, like, I want to go home? Like, what was your point of view for that?
It was crazy. It was wild because I was ready to come back after year one. I was like, after our first winter, I was like, screw this. Like, this is crazy. And out there, it's funny, and they're probably going to make fun of me, but it's like rain, shine, snow, cold, not cold, too hot, too whatever. Everybody still goes to work. Like, there's no, I mean, unless it's like, there's like a severe snowstorm, which there was, you know, like we all work from home, but everybody's expected to go to work and get your day going and things like that. And I wasn't used to that. And so that was very, very different. But I miss California. I miss the food more than anything. I mean, I miss friends and family and, you know, all that good stuff.
Food first.
But yeah, I'm fat for a reason, all right? No, and so it was just very different. But I think my big mistake that I did from day one was compare Wisconsin to California.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, well, back home we have In-N-Out. And like they had Culver's, which is this little burger joint.
It's still good.
It's good.
But it's not.
But it's not In-N-Out. Yeah.
But it's good.
And I think that in the beginning, like I didn't give it a fair shot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I was comparing like they call Lake Michigan the beach, and it's like
This is not a beach.
like this is not a beach, this is a lake.
That used to get me so irritated. Like, let's go to the beach. I'm like, you guys don't have beaches here.
Yeah, you know, and it's like little things like that. Like, dude, when the beach got like taken away from me, here I didn't really care for the beach much. Like, I really, really didn't. And then it got taken away, and I was like, I miss the water. Like, I miss the
filthy
ocean.
water.
Dude, I hate sand. Like, I hate the feeling of sand, and I missed it. And like, I miss looking at mountains because out there everything's flat and just like nothing wrong with it, but everything's just flat, you know. And here it's like you see mountains, you see the ocean, you see. Now their trees beat our trees.
Oh yeah, their landscape. So like here it's very gray, but in Wisconsin you see green everywhere.
Yeah.
They're free. Well, it's not freeway. It's what do they call it? They're highways.
Yeah.
They don't call it a freeway.
Yeah.
The interstate. Everything is green. So like, you know how here you have the walls on the freeway? They don't have walls. It's just trees.
Trees.
It's just trees and land, and you can see everything. Like it's a really
a lot of
pretty
farmland.
scene. Yeah.
You see cows. Like you'll drive like 10, 15 miles and you'll see a bunch of cows.
What's the speed limit on the highways?
Like 70.
Or
I missed that.
Or not get caught. One or the other. One or the other. No, cops are really cool. Like you can go 10 over and you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like here.
In Wisconsin, granted, it's like the drunk capital of the United States. So you know how here
Yeah.
you get 1 DUI? Over there they let you get 5 before they suspend your license.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
So
How is the accident rate or like?
it's actually
It's
not a
not
lot.
that bad.
Yeah.
All things considered, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I was like, not that bad.
They know how to drive over there.
Okay. Say that. So Adrian's always said that his fear is to hit a deer, and our friend last
Oh,
week hit a
man.
deer. So when she told me, I was like, that's Adrian's greatest fear.
Dude, like they come out of
That's-
nowhere,
One
especially
time-
at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at night, we were driving somewhere. I don't remember where we were going.
I think we were going to Sam and Debbie's house. I think we were.
I think so. So, but it was like maybe 8, maybe 9 at night.
Yeah.
You know, and it was pretty dark out. And this buck, like not even like a buck with horns and everything, just comes out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, okay.
You know, like that episode in Jurassic Park
Yeah.
where the dinosaurs just walk.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like that. You know?
Like,
It was like that, and I was just like, oh dang, like this is kind of
It
crazy.
haunts Adrian's in his dreams. Huh?
It's scary because it's like, dude, like you hit one of those things, there goes your car. Like,
Yeah, you're right. It
You know what I
totals your
mean?
car.
Like it's
Yeah.
not gonna
and
survive.
it kills an animal.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So you would
crazy.
see a lot of roadkill on the side.
So
of
how'd
the road.
you guys feel when you guys were on the plane coming? Or did you drive?
We
No, we
drove.
drove.
We drove.
We
Yeah.
drove.
How'd you guys feel driving from there to here? Like,
I
what was
felt
your-
great. I slept.
Dude, Jocelynne's the worst co-pilot of co-pilots out there.
yeah,
like
I
the worst.
We were
dude.
trying to go from old to teaching Max. No, like, sorry, I'm a bad co-pilot. Like,
Terrible.
I was
The-
like, your turn here. No, not
no,
here.
not here, the other way.
No, and then, no,
I started glitching.
No, and then her dyslexia kicks in and she's like, make a left. And you're like, that's right. Like, what are we doing right
There
now?
was one time. This was not my fault though. Adrian was dropping me off at the studio where I go to do Pilates, and he was going to church, and they're in opposite directions. And he was dropping me off, and I just go towards the window, and then he's just going, and I'm like, "You're dropping me off. You're dropping me off. You're dropping." He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot."
I
And he's
did.
like, "You didn't remind me," and I'm like,
I went autopilot. Like, it was
"Yeah."
so
So
ridiculous.
that's when he
That
blames me for
happens,
being
though. It
a
happens.
bad co-pilot, and I'm like, "You don't like when I tell you what to do." But anyway.
Anywho.
So the drive,
The
you're driving,
drive. We
Jocelyn
had
sleeping.
Holky with us this time. So the first time around, it was just us two. Well, his parents.
Yeah, so
But-
I drove my car out there when I had my Civic.
Yeah.
And then, so I drove my Civic. My parents drove her car, the white one that's
Yeah.
out here. And
From here to there.
from here to there.
And
So
then-
that was very interesting.
How long was the
like,
drive?
3 days. 2.5.
Yeah,
can't do that.
about
It was a
2.5.
2.5
Hate
day.
car rides.
And then on our
So
way back.
We did
Oh my gosh,
LA
my
to
husband's such-
Albuquerque, and then from New Mexico, and then Albuquerque, New Mexico, we went all the way up to Des Moines, Iowa. So like we literally went like, I don't want to say coast to coast, it's not really, but like south to north,
Yeah.
you know.
We went this way.
And then yeah, so we went through a bunch of states, which was really cool. And then on the way back, we literally did it backwards. So
We
did,
went one different route. We took one different route.
which one?
I don't know. But it was when we got to Iowa. Like, we went up instead of down to get to Iowa. Like, we didn't go through Chicago.
We did not go to Chicago. No.
Yeah, the first time we went through Chicago. The second time we did it.
Yeah.
And we had Holky. And poor guy,
How did he do on it?
we gave him meds. But he loves the car. Like, he really does. So I think he would have done great regardless. But he was just zonked the whole time.
Oh, that's probably.
Which was cool for us because it's like we don't kind of have to worry about him in a way.
Yeah.
You know? And then he had the whole like back to himself and everything. So it all worked out good. Every time we stopped for like gas or to use the restroom and stuff, we'd bring him down and he'd do his thing and he did great.
Yeah.
Yay.
really good.
Yeah, little Holky.
It was interesting doing like a hotel with a dog though. Like
How
that
so?
was interesting.
Well, he was constipated.
That too.
But he obviously was nervous. Like, it was different for
Yeah,
him.
it's a
So he was
different environment.
constipated. So, like, he didn't poop. I think the medicine, too, also, like, didn't let him
Oh,
poop.
probably.
But there was times where it's like, I know he has to. So that was a little, like, frustrating. But
Especially
once,
after driving so many hours
Yeah.
and just out there waiting
And then-
for the dude.
so he's always lived in an apartment up until here. So
Yeah.
we have a big backyard now. And he was running around with the back neighbor dog. They were running, and he ended up getting, like, not sprained, but like sore. He was limping. I was like, dude, what's wrong? Never ran after that.
He's like, running's not for me. Running's not my sport.
But yeah, it was fun. I think we could have had more fun, but we were just like, get us to LA or get us to California.
You guys were just ready to come back home.
Yeah.
Start your lives here again.
Yeah. So we sold his car and then just brought my car, and we've been living off one car since.
So should we talk about how we met?
Yeah.
Who am I? Your podcast viewer.
Who is this random stranger? This is Veronica.
Hello, everybody.
The last one she kept saying. I'm Veronica and I'm 28 years old.
I'm 28 years old and I'm a speech teacher.
Any single guys that love the Lord?
Speech teacher / personal trainer.
Yeah.
Funny, smart,
pretty.
I do get hangry, so I need to be eating every
we saw that firsthand.
So, right before we started recording again, she was like, I'm getting a little hungry. I was like, do you want food? No. And I'm like, I have chicken, I have rice, I have this. No, and I was like, I'm going to make you a bowl. And her attitude completely changed.
Yeah, I was like yawning, like grumpy, and now I'm happy.
Anyway, so we met
at a retreat
in 2018. 18, yes, we said it was 18. Adrian told us the story about how Domino's caused him and our friend to get in a car accident.
Yep.
Even though it wasn't really Domino's fault, but whatever.
No, it was. You'll get a bill.
And we
met through a mutual friend, and then I ended up spending time at their church.
Yeah, because at the retreat we met the day we left.
Yes.
So
the group picture.
Yeah. Yes, there's a group picture. There's so many group pictures that I'm not aware of, apparently. Anyway, so we were cool, we were friendly, but we were never really close.
As close.
Hey, but we were close enough to get invited to the wedding, though.
I know, that was so nice.
Hey.
Thank you.
What just happened there?
That sounded so fake. Yeah, that was so nice.
That was really great.
They're there.
I did not mean for that to sound like ungrateful.
Yeah, no. So
I
got her sister a job at the school.
Yes.
And then it was funny because people go like, you know Vanessa? And I'm like, I brought her here. I got a nice bonus because of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then we always kind of kept in contact, Instagram. And then a week ago we hung out.
Yeah, so she shared a bit of her testimony on Instagram, and I ended up, I commented a heart on that video. And then we just started DMing, and we just decided to
slid into those
DMs. She slid into my DMs, and I was like...
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. So we went out to dinner, and I was telling her that I truly feel like that was like we were meant to be there. Like God put us there together.
Yeah.
And then we just started getting close.
Yeah.
And then she invited me over, and just
now she's on the pod.
Now I'm on the podcast.
Look at that.
So
I did say, I was like, oh, Vero's moving up in the world because well, not moving up in the world, but moving up in our world because of the messages. I was like, if this was MySpace, she'd be on my top 8. And then how the text messages today, if it's what MySpace was back in the day. And then earlier today, I was thinking, oh, Vero is mine and Adrian's daughter. And then Adrian was like, Vero is our kid. And then Vero was like, I feel like you guys adopted me. And I was like,
oh, God.
Okay, so we're all the same,
revelation.
Yeah. So it's just been really cool, and I'm all for it, and I'm just so excited to see what the Lord's gonna do.
Click quick.
Yeah.
It was just we've been friends forever.
Yeah, and something that I think if we would have been closer at the time when we met, I think it would have been a little different.
Yes.
I was very immature.
So was I. I feel like I was not.
I'm so mature now. I'm married and I'm 36. I'm so mature.
And I'm 28.
not gonna let that one go, huh?
My
Not gonna
birthday
let
is
that one go.
October 22, and I would be 29. And next year I'm gonna be 30, and then I'm gonna go to Hawaii.
Yes.
Who says October 22? That's
22nd.
crazy. You said 22. And you're a speech
Leave me alone.
pathologist or whatever you
22nd.
are?
Pathologist therapist.
Everybody makes a
A
speech.
speech pathologist? What's a speech pathologist?
What's a speech pathologist?
So speech.
Is that what you do?
So I'm a speech
Therapist.
language pathologist assistant.
Got it.
So I'm under the SLP. Well, it's short. SLP is short for that.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So I just assist them, but I could go back to get my master's to
Got
become
it.
a speech. They're trying to encourage me to because they make bank.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm already like paying off from my bachelor's.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to be in any more debt. So
Yeah. And
probably won't.
we also were talking about how you are a personal trainer, newly personal trainer.
Yes, newly personal trainer. I got my
Okay.
license a few months ago, and me and Jocelynne went to a what is it called? Sailor Grace.
Yeah,
The
so
Pilates
so I
studio.
started attending a fitness wellness studio called Sailor Grace. It's right across the street from my job, and the Lord has just used that place like tremendously in my life. And so I invited Vero. I was like, I want you to come try it out. Like, just come. And then she got to talking to the owner, and she's like, "Are you hiring?"
I was like, can I ask you a fun question? Like, are you hiring? Like, see, I'm trying to make my connections. If
Yeah.
you don't ask, like,
Yeah.
how's the opportunity going to come up?
Yeah.
Right. And
So,
I mean,
Closed mouths don't get fed, man.
yeah. So the owner said, "Let me pray about it." And so,
Yeah, and well, because that was my first time trying Pilates, first time being at the studio.
yeah.
And I was telling Jocelynne, sorry, brain fart.
Wow.
Wow.
Says you guys are
Because
best-
we're not that close.
I know. It says that you guys are best friends and then forgets your name.
Dang.
Sorry,
Wow. Comes on the pod once and forgets everything. Crazy.
She forgot who made
I
her.
know.
forgot to lift.
Dang. She's like, wait, what am I doing
This
here?
is my house
Literally,
now.
I've been up since 7. I've been driving. I drove around to 3 different
Oh, I've been awake since 5:40.
cities. Okay, but you didn't drive around to 3 different cities.
No, just 2.
Filmed this twice. Angry. Here we go. Anyway, we're gonna cut that out.
Now we're keeping it in.
Looks bad. Anyway, as I was saying, I was telling Jocelynne that I just felt like peace, like being there, and I really felt like the Lord's presence. And I'm like, man, like this is a place like I would like to be at too.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like, the push to be like, hey, like, are there any open opportunities here? And
Yeah.
she, kind of gave me like I felt bad because I thought I was rude by asking that because she kind of seemed a little like nervous. But I
Yeah.
mean, she doesn't know who I am. So,
Right, right.
I understood that she was like, I'm not.
Yeah.
So,
Because she even
Later.
asked you, like, if you were saved.
yes.
Yeah.
She's like, are you saved? She's like, are you sure?
Do you know Jesus?
Yeah. So I
Or
shared.
does Jesus know you?
It's deep. So I shared a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I talked to other people, or I think I was just talking to you. We kind of
Yeah.
moved on, and then before I left, I gave her a hug, and then she pulled me aside and was just like, "Hey," she was like, "I just want you to know that I'm gonna pray about an open opportunity for you," and because she's like, "I don't know why," she's like, "I just feel a connection with you," and I was just so taken back, but I was like, "Don't feel any pressure," like it was just. A fun question, and
Yeah.
but just the fact that she said that,
Yeah.
just
And it's so funny because I think I mentioned it when we went to dinner. I was like, dude, I totally see you working there.
yeah, you did. I
And
think
so when you asked it, I was like, I did say that. So
she was like, "Tell her what you do." I'm a personal trainer.
She's like, I can make everybody.
28 years.
28 years old.
She's like, I can make everybody speak better in here.
So
Yeah, so we'll see.
So we'll see.
I am like not trying to pressure you to join, but like I want you to, just because I know how much of a blessing it's been to me, and like I've just seen God work in my life through this community. And I remember when I started going, who did I said this to? Who did I said this to? My speech is just getting worse. I'm just saying.
Ooh, let's pray for you.
I was in the sauna and I was talking to someone and I said, I was just a shell of myself when I first started coming in. They're like, I don't believe you. And I was like, I really was though. Like, and like, I've talked about this with Adrian. Like, when we first got married, some stuff happened, and after that my wall just went up. Like, it went completely up. I was very quick to cut people out quickly, especially like in Wisconsin. I always used to say Wisconsin Jocelynne and California Jocelynne are two completely different Jocelynnes. And so Wisconsin Jocelynne really didn't let, like, I didn't really let myself get close to people because I didn't want to get hurt. So I would wrestle with that a lot. Like, do I really not have community, or am I just putting my wall up? Like, and this was a question that I argued with for years within myself. So when we moved back, we were kind of expecting, well, everything's gonna like fall back into place, and it didn't. And
yeah, everything's like, oh, dude, like we're gonna go crash people's houses, or they're gonna come crash our house, and you know, like do the same things that we used to do before we left. And then we got back, and it's like, oh, everybody's grown up like us. Like,
well, it just felt like everybody moved on with their lives, and we were just kind of stuck. And granted, like, we're 50 minutes outside of LA where everybody else is, but it just felt at the time like, why am I putting in all this effort to like go and see people that they're not like reciprocating? And I said that in the video. Yeah. And I did have someone reach out like after watching that video, and they apologized and were like, you know what, like it's not like that, you know, yada yada. And I genuinely
it's not you, it's me.
Yeah. But I took it and I was just like, you know what, like I told this person, I was just like, you know what, like it wasn't like intended for you, but like I'm glad that you reached out, because I know it was never ill intended. I think it was just a lot of misunderstandings, but because we were hurt and I was in my mindset, like I wanted to see it negatively when I knew in my heart it wasn't negative. And so I like remember talking to the Lord, and this was already when I was going to Sailor Grace, because I was going to other community events, and like that's kind of like how She's Redeemed like started. I would look at these events, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I wanted She's Redeemed to be, but it didn't happen because I gave up on it, X, Y, and Z. So I'm gonna bring that back up, and I'm gonna do gatherings, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And I had asked the owner of Sailor Grace, hey, can I do an event here? And she said, pray about it, write down your vision, and we'll talk about it. So I said, okay. So we went, and I was typing up the vision for it, and I just got convicted of like, no, like how come you're not investing in the community that I've already given you? Like, why are you trying to force it? And so I even prayed, and I wrote down like in a separate note, Lord, I don't know if this is just me being scared. I don't know if this is confirmation from you, but like make it clear as day as to what I'm supposed to do with this ministry. Because up until now, I've announced like it's coming back, and I've posted things here and there from my heart, and that like the Lord has convicted me on, but I haven't said it's going to be a gathering. I have said like I wanted to, like I want gatherings, but I haven't said it officially. I haven't said if it's a podcast. I haven't said if it's a blog. Like I'm still praying about it. So when I was typing up this vision, I got that like conviction of the Lord of like, you're not even investing in the ministry, like in the community that I've given you. Why are you trying to force something to happen? So I was just like, okay. The next day we went on a hike with Sailor Grace, because every last Sunday of the month they do a hike, and I met so many other people. I got people's numbers, I got people's Instagrams, and I had to ask the Lord for forgiveness, like, you know, because I was holding on to hurt that I was kind of in denial about. Like I said, I had been hurt by people, but I was kind of shifting blame when I wasn't admitting to myself, like, this is where this is coming from. And because I haven't surrendered it, that's why I'm still bitter. So once I surrendered that, that's when everything started falling into place. I started getting plugged in at Sailor Grace. you and I started talking and getting along better, and things at work started shifting, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like that's all I had to do was just surrender this like want or need that I, even though it was a good thing, community is a good thing, but I was trying to force it and mold it into something that I wanted it to be, not with the Lord. And slowly I started to feel like the walls coming down, like the Lord is breaking it down because I had built it up. So, and there's been so many like good things come out of Seal of Grace, and I have something exciting to share, but I have to wait. And even in that, the Lord is showing me like, just be patient, like just be patient, because it involves somebody else, and I can't announce it until she announces it. And she told me today, like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, dude, it's fine. Like it's teaching me to like be still. So like no rush, it's fine. But yeah, I'm very thankful for that community, and I just want everybody to be a part of it. So that's why I want you to join.
It's definitely a place where like I instantly felt peace and like God's presence. Like we started with prayer and we ended with prayer, and like that was just so amazing, and the whole time it was just worship music. And then the owner came in and she was like, let me know if anybody needs prayer. Like nobody does that. You know, but I do want to mention, I mentioned it in the first video that we did, but like after like our first dinner, like I just saw like a glow in you, like a different kind of glow in you after that. Like this was like your breakthrough out of, you know, everything that you were talking about in the video. And like it is true, like, and I relate, like sometimes you just have to be still and let go, because like there's no way that we can control everything, every outcome. And I think it was either you or Adrian that asked me, do you want to pursue like personal training full time? And I was saying that like I feel so blessed with my job that I have right now. Like that's the testimony even in itself. And yeah, like I would love to do personal training full time, but I was like, if that's not in God's plan for me, then I'm 100% okay and content with the blessing that God has given me right now. So I totally relate to like just you know, let go, like leave it in God's hands and just watch Him work, and it's gonna be 100 times better than what we even planned.
But it's so hard too, though, to like leave it to God, because a lot of the times it's like we want somewhat or full control of the situation we're in, right, or what we want to do and stuff. So it's like that's where my biggest struggles are. Is, do I fully depend on the Lord? Yes. Do I fully give Him the reins? Sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's where my struggles are, because it's like, dude, like I need a little bit of control to feel safe in a way, you know what I mean? It's like when you fly, you fully give control to the pilots, you know what I mean? And like you're like in limbo for 4 hours or whatever the flight is, you know, and you're just like, you're not fully thinking about it, but like in a way you're like, dang, like my life is in these dudes' hands. You know what I mean?
It's normal to feel like stressed or anxious.
Exactly. And that's where it's a little hard for me, where it's like, God, I fully depend on you. I do. But it's like, do I want to do things my way? Yeah.
We all do.
And I think that that's what's hard. It's like, you know, like going back to your job where you want to do full-time PT and then full-time the job that you're doing now. And it's like the inconsistency of personal trainers out there, you know what I mean? Because it's like you have a client and you're not going to have that client forever. You know, and like I think that's where it's it's hard to like kind of balance that out. Bye, Sadie.
No, but we're not perfect, you know? And but at least we can acknowledge like our areas that we need help, and we can ask
100%.
God to help us with that. But it's just like funny how finally we're just like at our last straw. We're just like, okay, God, whatever, like here, like take it like that. And then God's like, finally. And then like, you know, you see the blessings that come after that, and you're like, oh, I should have just left it.
And honestly, like I even think that's a testimony to mine and Adrian's relationship, because for such a long time, I wanted him to like want me. I did, and then it wasn't until I was like, Lord, if you want me to be a single missionary in Africa, like I'll go. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, nope, got your boyfriend. Like,
that's where I am right now.
Just surrender.
I'll go sign up for a missionary to be a missionary. There we go.
Maybe that's the move, and then God will be like, no, I got
Here's
it.
your cowboy.
Yeah.
Here's your
cowboy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like we fight God so much and we're so stubborn. And then finally when God's like, all right, well, you were so stressed and you caused all of this to yourself.
Yeah.
Like you needed all that just to be like, okay, here, God. And then he's like, finally.
But see, like that's also like a beautiful picture of God's permissive will.
Yes.
And his perfect will, because he obviously has his perfect will, but he's never going to force us into it. He's going to let us do whatever we want.
Choice.
Yeah. And then once it's like, and he's not a God that's like, sorry, figure it out. Like you didn't want to do it with me.
He makes beautiful things out of.
Yeah, it's quite the opposite. It's like, okay, thank you. Now let me clean this up for you, and then we can move on with our way. But
We're
stubborn.
Sometimes I picture God like having like a rope and just kind of like you know, kind of like letting
you
loose,
Yeah.
letting loose, and then once it's like to the end, we're like, okay, you were right, and then it's just like, all right, come back, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's such an interesting and beautiful like image in my head where it's like, all right, God, I know what I have to do, but let me suffer for a little bit, and then we'll get to it. Which is the wrong mentality to have 100%.
It is.
You know,
but we're human, and that's how we work.
That's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how we work. Never going to be perfect, but you know what?
Yeah.
At least we know the Lord,
Yes.
and we have that hope in Him
Yeah.
that it's all going to work out because it's in His hands.
Yeah. I don't know if this is what she has on the wall, but it's like he's going to work everything out for his good and his glory.
Yes, I took a video of
Oh.
that. Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask according to His will. What is it? Ephesians.
Yeah.
Ephesians 3:20.
Yeah. I was like, it sounds very familiar because I'm going through Ephesians right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, God is just so good. And every day I'm like, Lord, there's a song by Forrest Frank, and I don't know if it's Thankful. I don't know if it's that song, but there's a song where he says, like, I don't ever, what does it say? Like, I don't ever want to wake up and not be thankful, or something like that. Something along those lines.
okay.
And like literally every morning I'm like, Lord, like, I don't want to wake up and not be thankful. I don't want to wake up and not be thankful. So even like I wake up every day and I journal.
I need to start doing that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I've always been a writer, and then I stopped for years, and then I would try, and it just wouldn't. And then I started just journaling my prayers, and I think that's what's kind of helped me like get into the rhythm of writing again. And every single morning, my first line is, "Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for opening my eyes. Thank you for another day of life." Like, I don't want there to be a day where I'm not thankful for waking up, because it's something that we take for granted sometimes. Like,
I started starting my prayers like that. Like, God, thank you for just allowing me to be able to walk.
Yeah.
You know, because there's many people who wish to like walk or wish to move. You know?
That's why like they say like at the studio, or not just at the studio, but I've seen a lot of reels on Instagram, like what a blessing it is to be able to move our bodies. And we take it for granted. Like,
We
no,
do.
I just don't want to. Or I just don't want this.
lazy.
Yeah. But yeah, God's good. God is good and everything. And He's also like kind enough to reveal things. And it's so funny because I've been getting a lot of discernment lately, and I don't know what to do with it. Even like the smallest things. Adrian and I were supposed to go up north, and I was talking to my friend, and I was like, I just have this pit in my stomach, like we shouldn't go. And she's like, that's called discernment from the Holy Spirit. And I was just like, was it? Like, and then that same day I get home and Adrian's like, I think 4th of July plans are gonna change. And I was like,
The Lord.
it was discernment. Like,
It wasn't the frijoles.
No, wow.
But yeah, and everything in His timing. And I think I mentioned this already, but like even us being friends, like it had to be
Perfect timing. I feel like
perfect timing.
I feel like we've grown a lot, like in our own ways.
Yeah.
Like, I see it in you, and I feel like I see it in myself.
Yeah, and it's only a work that only God could do, because I think even like if we would have like reconnected even like earlier this year, I think you would have seen a very different Jocelynne.
I saw in my own eyes like your breakthrough.
Yeah.
Like right in front of me.
Yeah, in real time.
In real time.
It was like, whoa.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, when God works, He works.
Yeah.
And sometimes He
Yeah.
allows you to really see when that happens.
Yeah. And it's so
So-
funny because one time when I first started like going to the gym and getting closer to, not the first time I started getting closer to the Lord, but like recently when like the Lord started igniting the fire, the smallest things would get me conviction. Like my friend was like, "You look different, you're glowing."
Yeah.
And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people don't their husbands. And then, because it's from Legally Blonde.
Oh, yeah.
So then I like left, and then the Lord was like, excuse me, that was me. Like, and I was just like, oh yeah, you're right. I should have said you first. So then like I went to my friend and I was like, you know what? It's the joy of the Lord that's
There
shining
you go,
within me.
there you
But like I
go.
really did get convicted of I mean, it was a funny thing to say, but like that joy that she's talking about is the joy of the Lord. And I find myself getting like the other day I was really frustrated and I hadn't gotten frustrated in a long time. And I was like, I don't like this feeling. Was I talking to you? Or was I
You
talking-
were, yeah.
I was like, I don't like this feeling. I haven't been frustrated in a long time. And then I was like, all right, I'm better now. Even like right now, something so silly. But Adrian does a lot for me at home. Let me preface that. Adrian does a lot for me at home. I was washing the dishes right now, and he has a little habit of not cleaning out the net.
Oh.
And I was going to be like, babe, you have a horrible habit of not cleaning out the net. And that little voice inside was like, he's a good man, Savannah. A good man. But I was like, this man cooks for you. This man is fixing your camera. This man is this. Like, do not make a big deal about the net. Like, you can do it, Jocelynne. Just get it and throw it away. It's fine. It's fine. But like, I literally had
Yeah.
like little things like that where like if it would have been a month ago, babe, you didn't. I did like end up telling him like, hey, you know what's funny? Like, you used to complain when so and so didn't do this, and he goes, yeah, I know.
What else am I gonna say?
But like, I didn't get angry, is what
No.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
Our relationship has gotten a lot.
Do you feel like living in Wisconsin like really helped your marriage grow?
Oh, 100%. I think that's why the Lord took us out there. And I've
Yeah.
always kind of said it. Because if we would have stayed here and she would have got mad, I would have gone to my mom's. Like, straight up. Be like, be mad, I don't care. Go have dinner with my mom. Whatever, you know what I mean? And like vice versa. Like,
Okay.
if she was really mad, like, she'd be like, all right, I'm going to my mom's. I'm like, okay. Go. Like, all good with me.
I'll go to a friend's house.
Yeah, you know.
There you
and-
couldn't escape, huh?
Yeah.
Right, and out there, it's like the furthest we can go is my living room. Like that was the furthest the furthest I went.
Sometimes I would go to the park down the street.
You know, that's the furthest I went, and it was like
Not the park.
She's on the slide.
no, and we had those like awkward like she would be mad, she'd go close herself in the room, and then I'd just be in the living room with this dude and just like watching TV, and then she'd come out like if she was hungry or like wanted a snack or whatever, and then she goes, we'd have like that eye contact, be like, we ready to talk or not yet?
Was the one time.
Yeah.
I admittedly not a good thing to do, so do as I say, not as I do. One time I got really mad and I went to go sleep in the living room.
Yeah.
We had a little inflatable mattress. Oh my god. And then poor Hulk was so confused.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would go to the room and then come back out.
Yeah.
And then go and then come. Poor guy. And I would tell my friend, like, I slept on the couch today. She's like, don't do that. I'm like, okay.
You're like holding your back. You know what? You're right.
One time I tried kicking him out of the room and he laughed at me. He's like, that's some nerve. But you know what's funny? My friend did the same thing to her husband one time. She tried like kicking him out.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And then like ironically, like that's what ended up like breaking the tension and
Yeah.
like they laughed about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now we can laugh about a lot of our
Oh, 100%.
Disagreements.
disagreements, but there were
Dumb
some intense
agreements.
ones there. But like we were also very, very freshly married and like
Yeah.
shipped off.
Oh yeah. Like we got married in January. By March we were out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was very, very fast.
Well, there was a big learning curve and
Oh
Yeah. The Lord really like isolated you guys out there.
yeah.
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 Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and I think like
You're snowed in.
yeah. Oh, that was crazy. But I think like the Lord, obviously the Lord knows what He's doing, but like I think the Lord knew what He was doing. Where it's like, all right, we're gonna send you out for a little bit, you know, and then you're gonna come back, and it's not gonna be
The same.
the same, right? Yeah. So now it's like, if we bicker or we get mad at each other for whatever reason, it's like now we have this communication skills of like saying, all right, what's going on?
Yeah.
Versus like just slamming the door and be like, later.
Yeah.
You know, because it's easy. It's easy to be like, I'm going to my mom's.
Yeah.
Don't care.
And it's very
You
easy
know.
for me to like hold on to anger. So like even the other day, it was not even like a big deal. It was like dumb. Like it was the day that you and I hung out.
Yeah.
We were talking, everything was great, and then we like started talking about something, and then like we were disagreeing. We weren't arguing, but we were disagreeing. And then we both kind of went, all right, well, I'll see you at the house.
Yeah.
And then like I came and I had things in my hand. I went that way, and then I just went straight to the room, and he was like, that's crazy. Like, you're not even gonna say hi. And I was like, I did. And then I took a shower, and I was like, like that was like, am I really gonna make a big deal out of like nothing? Like, so I went and I was like, I'm sorry, hi, and like gave him a kiss.
A whole hour later, dude.
It was not an hour. It was
She
like
just needed to shower.
I guess.
I needed a shower. I needed to shower the negativity off.
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah, you
there
needed
you
a
go.
cleanse.
Good shower. helps.
Dude, speaking of showering, this is totally random.
You did not shower today.
I did.
I know.
But like I was so out of it earlier that I took a shower, and then I'm just like, I took a shower, right? And I'm like not laying in there, but standing there, and I go, did I wash my body already? No, I did. Did I? I'm gonna do it again. So,
Dang.
so like I was gonna say, has that ever happened to you? Where you're just like,
That happened
Wait,
to me. I was
okay.
like, wait. I was like, nope.
oh my gosh.
Dang.
Anyway, that's my random
triple
thought of the day. Yeah, you just never know.
You just never know.
Oh, we got our first trolls the other day.
Oh,
Oh,
I heard
that's
of it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I literally saw it, and maybe, again, let all offenses roll off, right? I saw it, and I was like, we made it! We got our first trolls! And so I was like, and somebody else too, a parent, because I work at a preschool, a parent walked in, and she said something, and I was like, oh yeah, like, we got our first trolls, and she goes, congratulations! And I was like, thanks!
That's so
You're being
funny.
happy.
And then the East LA and my wife came out real quick.
Because, well, I wanted to troll back because, like, but he was like, "Don't do it, like, don't." And I'm
it's
like,
not even
I
worth
did on
it.
my stories because
Yeah.
I think one of them was like, "This is dumb," and I was like, "Yeah, that's the whole point of the video. Like, it is dumb. Like, you're correct.
You're right.
Yeah.
Great.
And then the other one was like, she wanted to eat the bread, and I was like, did he just call me fat? And then I was like, first of all, I have a gluten intolerance. Secondly, heck yeah, I wanted to eat the bread. I can't eat bread. Like, but he was like, don't do it. I was like,
that's
okay,
what they
fine,
want.
I will. Yeah, that's what they want.
you to respond.
And so I was just like, no. But my friend,
Because then
shout out,
it
my
gets
friend came
real,
back.
It gets real ugly, and it's
Yeah.
just like,
She came and was like, she like left, not like a comeback to them, but she left like a silly comment. And
Yeah.
so that kind of made up for it. So I was like, okay.
Did they respond
But
back to that?
I responded to her, but
Oh,
no,
not to
they
the person.
didn't. I responded to her, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. And then after that, I had 2 new subscribers, and I was like, oh,
there it is.
so welcome.
Haters
You
make me
s-
famous.
Haters gonna hate.
The enemy tried, and God was like, nope.
Here's 2
Amen.
followers.
Here's 2 more. But yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, Veto,
This
thank
is
you.
fun.
Yes, thanks for having me on here.
Again,
Again.
2 podcasts in one
podcasts.
day.
Jeez Louise. What are we gonna do with our lives?
But
This was really fun.
I think it's
It
a
was
good
fun.
little intro to like coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's gonna happen when she's redeemed. I'm still praying about it. I don't know if I'm leaning more in the direction of a podcast or a blog. I know you said both.
Prayers are welcome.
Prayers are welcome for She's Redeemed, for You Plus Coffee. If you guys like having Veto on the
I
podcast,
can come back.
let us know. We'll bring her back. $5 per episode. We gotta pay off this camera somehow. If you want to sponsor us so we can pay off this camera.
Yeah, and shout out DJI.
That would be great. But honestly, like I say that jokingly, but it would be really cool. And it's like, you know what? I'm not even about numbers, and because that's something also that the Lord was like has been showing me. Like even if it reaches one person, and like I think I saw this when I started posting like fitness stuff and like just little testimonies that the Lord has like given me to share. It wasn't a biblical thing, but the comment was like, post the cringy video. And I was like, you know what? I am. Like, even if I'm my own audience. And Dana says this a lot. She goes, I serve an audience of one. Ooh, and ever since she said that, I'm like,
amen.
Clock it.
Clock it. I've only been doing that because of you. I never used to do it.
I never do it either.
But we just jokingly.
No, you know why I started doing it? Because there's someone at the school that does it. Yeah. So then 2 teachers are always like, clock it. And so now I started doing it.
And then you got me on it.
Now I got you on it. So I only do it with you. But anyway, so that's literally like the heart behind this podcast. It's ministry work. And if the Lord blesses us through it and brings one day, that's the dream, but like His will be done. And if it's just one person, let it be that one person.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited for you guys. I really see like the spark back in both of you to continue this journey. So
it's gonna be fun.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Of course, thank you for having
all day.
me.
Yeah.
I know.
I felt like a little like kid playing tennis. I don't like being in the middle.
Yeah,
but I was like, no. And also, like, Adrian usually sits here, so I'm usually like...
Oh, I took your spot.
It's fine. It's okay. It's a hot seat.
Special guest.
It's fine. Special guest. Next time, when Vero is not here, he will be on this side, because this is my side. So, and if you're not watching and only listening, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
That's
so disregard this message. But anyway, I love you guys. Right. Jesus loves you more.
Yeah.
And...
This is You Plus Coffee.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.